Everybody, and welcome to the House of Mario, South Australian Nintendo podcast that is backed by a 120 Power Star rating. I'm your host, Drew Agnew, and the doors to episode 310 are open. This week on the show, Josh and I are going to be going over the Mario Kart World Direct and I guess give our thoughts on what was shown, all of that, and everything that surrounds it. We're looking forward to that little Mario Kart game. So, yes, it'll be good fun. Josh, JT, how you going, mate?
Drew, doing pretty well, thank you, and hello, listeners. A lot to talk about, maybe, but not really. I don't know from that direct we got. I'm left with mixed feelings after watching that 15-minute little direct.
Yeah, we're gonna dive right into it. I was, there was some things shown. Like, there's a red shell, Josh. Did you know that in Mario Kart? It's crazy.
I mean, I assumed, but it was good to know that it's coming back. That's always great to know.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Yeah, no, it's it definitely was. I want to hear your thoughts first because I definitely have a bit to say too. But yeah, what are your sort of top level thoughts of, I guess, Mario Kart World in general? Since we know a little bit more. It was a 15-minute direct just going over some very basic fundamentals, which I kind of wasn't expecting. It was very much just like, hey, look, this is introduce your 5-year-old to Mario Kart type of thing.
Yeah, firstly, I want to say very excited for this game still, and cannot wait for it to come out. And it's got a lot of things from the looks of it, from what we've seen so far. I feel just burnt from this direct, from what the expectations that not just the fans and everyone really excited to hear about what was going to be in this game, but also from Nintendo themselves. Like, we're hearing interviews with Bill Trinen and Doug Bowser. There was talks about, this is like a price of like slightly higher game compared to other games. Why is that the case? And their words, pretty much paraphrasing, were like, watch the direct and you'll see what we're talking about. And so I kind of go into this thinking, okay, they're going to like really like quash all this like absolute hatred or panicking that's been happening on the internet surrounding this game and the prices. And we're probably going to see a bit of a roadmap of content and DLC to sort of justify that, this is going to cost slightly extra and we're going to have a whole bunch of new features and modes coming out over the years and probably years following its release to sort of support this game. I left it, Drew, just feeling a bit like, they told us mostly things we already knew, and only there was a few tidbits of new things that were actually for the first time announced in this direct. But I kind of left it thinking, is that it? I was kind of expecting slightly more stuff, which might come eventually, but I don't think they dispelled those the hype and people wanting to get that justification for the $80 US just yet from that direct.
Yeah, I think I 100% echo what you feel. We've only had a couple of Discord messages and stuff. We haven't really talked about it yet. Yeah, I think I just 100% echo what you have to say. And it very much, for me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this Mario Kart game. And I still am, don't get me wrong, but it definitely did bring me back down to earth where I'm like, yeah, well, it is another Mario Kart game. It's got a cool open world section and knockout tour and all that looks fantastic. And I'm going to have so much fun with it. It's going to be awesome. But everything else they shown was just like, hey, look, here's the menu from Mario Kart 8. And of course we have battle mode, we have this, but it's all just, all of the other stuff was just standard Mario Kart affair, really, on top of what they've already shown. What they've shown was the exciting part. And what they kind of went into detail more in the direct was just sort of more of the same, which I felt pretty disappointed about. We talked about this last week where we had expectations all right, I kind of thought that grandness sort of went into the rest of the game as well, with the battle mode, with, not a story mode, but, sort of a single player sort of thing to do, all of that. And, we got none of that. like none of it at all. Apart from, I think the only thing I was happy to see, which we didn't know for certain before, was the free roam. There is stuff to do. There is P blocks where you can knock them. It's got certain missions. You know, get to the gate in time, get the certain amount of coins, all of that, and we've got obviously got to get hands on with the game to work out whether that's fun, whether going around and just really enjoying collecting all those P blocks. But yeah, that'll come with due time. But yeah, it honestly just brought me down to earth. Where I'm like, yeah, I'm still very excited for it. And Josh, we're gonna have so much fun. You know, jumping onto game chat and playing together. And I love how they integrate like the camera and everything with the game. How you know the feed of your camera is above your cart. So that's something I talked about last week. I'm like, that'd be sick if they do that because it'd just make it feel so personable. And I can put my finger up as I'm going past you and you can taunt each other.
Yeah.
It's like, eat my dust, you shithead, you know, type of thing. You can really sort of get into it like that. But yeah, it honestly sort of had the reverse effect for me because I think you and I will probably in the camp where $120 Australian, that is a lot of money for a game. But I'm going to get a lot of value out of Mario Kart. Especially if I guess the game is what I think it's going to be, and it kind of wasn't, at least from this direct anyway.
Yeah, I sincerely hope they add more things because, you know, we saw with the battle mode, we've only got, was it Balloon Battle and the Coin Runners? And so...
and it's timed.
You know, and... You know, not quite what we want. We wanted more. There was more, obviously, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They added the Renegade Runners as well. And the Shine one, I can't remember its name. I wanted to see something new there, something different in battle mode and something a bit, you know, take a new spin. This is the modern way of doing battle mode. I think we've seen these arenas are in the free open world and they're a bit more sectioned off when it does appear, which is cool. But yeah, timed as well from the looks of it. It'd be great if that wasn't, you could toggle that off. And, you know, we talked about, things we wanted, obviously things to do in the free roam, and so missions and things, and it looks like we're getting that. And they mentioned hundreds of missions, so, you know, at least 200 of those things to do when you hit the P-switches, and other various things to collect those secret coins, and so on. So there is going to be a lot there for sure. I just don't know if I've ever watched a Nintendo Direct that really regurgitated stuff they've just told me, like... in a previous direct, just in a slightly different way, and maybe I can understand why they do it for this game in particular, because this one is very much the console system seller and the one that you know, it will attract all age groups, but particularly those younger ones. You know, this is what you show your parents for the game you want, and that will outline it if your parent wants to know what's in the game. What's game chat like? Is that a safe thing to do? Here, watch this video, and you could be sort of, you know, you have that confirmation that, okay, it's fine, it's safe, that kind of thing. I just, in previous directs where they built to announce more information on the game, the setting and the format's been slightly different. So this was a little jarring, I felt, kind of watching it and kind of looking at my watch, like I know this sort of stuff. I'm like, oh, here's a new little bit, or here's a new technique, just sort of sprinkled in a little bit in between the 15 minutes or so that we got. So, I think for me it was just the tempering of expectations, where I probably came into a bit more hotter than I probably should have been in the end. So, which is a little bit of a shame.
Yeah. It pretty much shouldn't have just been called a direct. It was just like a welcome to Mario Kart World or something, and, you know, it's a 15-minute video just to go over. It's an
overview trailer.
Yeah, just an overview trailer. That's kind of, well, that's exactly what we got.
It pretty much was just an overview
of the game. And yes, there were some
they just post to YouTube.
Yeah,
usually.
And like, yes, there were some things that we didn't know about, and it was good to know. Like, I was really interested in those new mechanics, being able to could do like a charge up a hop, and then you can use that to jump onto rails or dodge items, and the wall running and how that works, and how crazy that's going to look. Like, instead of just like straight road, like you can have, there's like some more built up areas with buildings and things where you're grinding, going onto a wall, and it looks nuts. Like, some of the shortcuts and like ways you're going to be able to traverse some of these courses is going to be really interesting and so much fun. Like, I don't want to bury the lead where I'm like, I'm not excited for this game. I'm still very excited for this game, but yeah, I think I've just, like I said, I've just been grounded that little bit more. Um,
Yeah,
I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing. Oh, sorry, you go first. I'll jump into battle mode after you
yeah.
say your
I
point.
just want to say on the techniques, like I just like that's very cool to see, and I think it will just really put more distance between those who really know the technique and how to play this game now versus the casuals a bit more. I think there will be a bit of a different. The competitive scene is going to be very different now with this charge
Smart
jump
steering won't help
move.
you on the wall running and hopping and all
No,
that.
that's right. And then, doing the rewind is a very great way for casuals to practice a bit more. And, you sort of, real time still happens. And, you're still going to, probably go, from 5th to 17th by doing something like that with a rewind. But, still a great feature to do and sort of a great way to sort of encourage you to try different things, explore different areas. And so, like, that's a cool addition as well.
Yeah, because just what they showed in the direct, I'm like, wow, that looks really cool. Like, and it is different. Like that is a mechanic that's going to either cement itself in just Mario Kart, just in general, or it's going to be something we're going to lose, like maybe the zero gravity stuff from Mario Kart 8. It's kind of like I guess it really is like a continue on of that. It's just not officially like, oh look, this is an anti-grav area that you're driving on now. Like you just drive on walls because why not?
Why
Why
not?
not? It's Mario Kart.
Yeah.
There's no rules in the
They
Mushroom
can come
Kingdom.
up with a reason and we'll be like, sure, yep, let's go with it.
Yeah, yeah. No, we don't need science in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's a flat kingdom, flat Earth.
I wouldn't get that far.
As far as we go that far, it's still round. But just on the battle mode, that was the aspect of the direct I was most intrigued with, like coming into it, because there was so much potential when it came to a battle mode. And honestly, like this is a point I've been talking about for the last. When did Mario Kart Wii come out? 2008 or 9? Anyway, since Mario Kart Wii, I've been just hammering this point in that timed battles have ruined that mode ever since they introduced that. Like it's not as much fun. For 3 minutes, go around and just knock balloons, and like when you run out of them all of your balloons, you just come back anyway. But it's just about who gets the most kills. Like it's not fun. There's no tension. There's nothing. And it showed in this battle mode that yes, it is like you're in closed courses. Yes, there is 24 players, which could be awesome. That could be the change in itself that makes it fantastic. Just that clock has to piss off. That clock in the top right corner, no time. I want that time off. Because we don't get that customization really. Like in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we got custom items and stuff in an update a while after launch. Like the ideal situation is that I can do online battle mode without that clock, because otherwise I can't see myself playing much battle mode. It's just like a frantic, like just 3 minute dash. Then that's kind of it. I don't know.
Yeah, doing what you can. Yeah, I would love to see it yet. I'm totally with you on the time stuff. Like, I think it's cool and like, yeah, it's got its time and place. But yeah, having those normal 3 balloons and just going crazy on the 64, and you're sort of playing totally different when you got 3, then you go to 1 and you're so defensive and you hide in a corner if you need to, and you can actually win your way doing things like that. I just miss that way of playing. So yeah, I'd love to have more options, and so I just really hope this is just them. This is what's happening at launch, and then over time they add these modes, and that's my real hope, and it becomes a bit more of a a living, breathing game, that live service thing we've talked about before, where they could just slowly add things, keep it going, and make it really fresh and new that way. I'm hoping that's still the case.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they never touched on that. That's another thing that we discussed that they didn't go into.
I was hoping for at least confirmation of that as well.
Yeah,
but that didn't happen.
It's obvious that we're going to get DLC. Like similar to what we got with Mario Kart 8 on Wii U, where it is like, hey, here's some tracks, here's some characters. Like, I don't think anyone's going to deny that we're going to be paying for stuff in the future. There's no denying that. But as far as like them just saying, hey, look, every month there's a tournament, and like just like keeping the online community engaged, there was no talk of that either, which was that might be even the more biggest surprise for me. Just like there's no like, update, because like in a Splatoon 3 update that we got like a couple of years ago, it was very much like, hey, look, we're going we're going to have new items, we're going to have new courses. It's going to be rotating every month. Is like a Splatfest and all of this. It's like a very ingrained part of that game. Whereas I thought that DNA might be coming over to Mario Kart in a little bit more of a serious way, but them not including it in this indicates that that is not the case. That won't be happening, and whether that's a bad thing or not, whether you want that from Mario Kart, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just taking them at their word. I'm not like, oh look, there's going to be a second direct or anything like that. What we got is what we got, and just like with the battle mode, for example, for the last 5 or however long many Mario Karts, we haven't had the ability to remove time or customize items in battle mode. So I don't expect it to be here if they never mentioned it. So I'm just taking it at face value. So, it's just some disappointment things, but I guess that was just things we were hoping for. But I don't know. I guess the expectations just grew because like the scale of the game is so much bigger. They're doing so many more different things with the other modes that they've shown us, the open world especially, and Nintendo's own pricing and their own wording for justifying that pricing. Don't know. It's kind of like, I'm a Mario Kart fanatic. I love this shit. So
Yeah.
that you don't really have to prove it to me, but this definitely didn't prove it to somebody else who's like, I like Mario Kart, but fucking hell, that's a lot of money. Like for
Correct.
Mario Kart.
Yeah. So, I left slightly annoyed by the whole scenario that's come through, and so I know I echo your sentiment. We're gonna love this game. We're gonna have such a great time with it, and I love a lot of the things they've done to improve it. I never cared about the aesthetics of how my car looked. I only cared about making certain things with the stats go the right way. And so now that it's all like you just choose the one car and it's got its one set of stats, I could, that's a great thing for me. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Like that just makes it so much easier. Like Knockout Tour, I hear so many great things about it. I know that's going to be my favorite. Like I think outside of the free roaming, I think the Knockout Tour is going to be my big thing. I'm going to be online.
It looks so fun to watch.
Yeah,
like it's fun to watch.
It's chaos.
Let alone play it.
It's absolute chaos. It looks like if it's the top 8 and you're 11th, and you got to do everything you can to get to 8th. Like it's just those last 30 seconds as you get to that line always look to be absolute pandemonium and going to be really great. And you don't quite know until like a few seconds after whether you've done it or not. So. It's going to be super fun. It's going to people are going to love this game when we get it. I just think they could have told us a bit more. I wanted to know a bit more. I wanted to know. I don't think we even got confirmation about the costumes in the game because you go through these Yoshi diners, get the funky items.
Yeah, they went into that. That's around the open world, you like collect them and.
Do they change stats though, or they do? Is there a reason for you to do it? I saw
I
you
don't
got
think
a boost
so.
out of
Yeah.
it. I don't know. There's a lot of things that would be great to get confirmation on. That we'll find out later, but just weren't said in the direct.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because you say like, oh, I'd like to know more. I think we know what the game is. Like they told us, and that's just what disappoints me. Is like, oh, it is just like outside of those excellent looking new things that they showed us in the like Switch 2 like reveal direct. The rest is just like kind of standard Mario Kart. Like even on like it showed you like the menu where like you choose like your quick play and just all of that stuff. And it even had like for online it had like the same Mario Kart 8 Deluxe ranking system, just like had like 3,000 under like all the modes. So it is just like the same ranking system and everything, like it is very similar. So it's just like, imagine going into Mario Kart 8 and be like, I want to do free play or Knockout Tour or GP. That's the new stuff. Then like this other stuff, which like battle modes and all that is just the same, which is what it is. But yeah, I was looking at other people's reactions and all of that, like after I watched the Direct, I went into Seth Sturgill's stream on
Yep.
All In, and he was like breaking down the game for like an hour, and he does a great job. He's like very knowledgeable about like Mario in general, like all the enemies and that. He's like a super nerd about all that stuff, which I absolutely love. So I love watching his sort of take on everything, and he's like watching it in slow mo. And his sort of take on battle mode was like, oh no, I don't know, I don't really play battle mode. It's fun. It's more battle mode. I'm like, maybe it's just me going into it having those way lofty expectations. No one else seems to care, and I think Nintendo might see those statistics and just be like, that is why battle mode is what it is, because nobody plays it. But I will argue nobody plays it because it's not fun. It's not as fun as the racing.
And they will come.
That's right.
I think there's a lot of people who love it. I think a lot of people who played, the couch co-op Mario Kart games of the late 90s, with Double Dash and 64 would be loving those modes. And, it just hasn't quite had that high caliber deliverance ever since, really. So these subsequent sequels haven't lived up to that. So that's what we want, Drew. That's what we want. A bit more, less timed, more modes. And it could be, really, really more rounded offering that we're seeing.
To get rid of the timer, do I have to go to Nintendo Switch Online, get the Mario Kart 64 app, and share it with 3 other people and play that way? Is that how I get rid of the timer? If that's the way I get rid of that timer, I'm going to be pissed.
Maybe we just do that, Drew.
Yeah, but then it's going to, I want to play the new one, Josh. I want to play 24, not 4. Of course. I want 20 more players in it. Oh.
But there's time trials in this. There's time trials. We haven't mentioned time trials.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everything else was just like, oh, look, there's time trials. There's battle modes. Like, okay,
versus race.
Yeah. At least it has versus race.
Oh, for sure.
Because Mario Kart 7 didn't have versus race. You just had to do GP. You couldn't just jump into it and pick a course. So, I guess at least it's there. Can't complain too much.
No.
Yeah, because that was one little fear I had, because it's like, I just want to play Mario Kart with someone who comes over. Do I have to go into the open world and drive somewhere to do it? It's like, that would be a bit of a pain.
Hope not.
But, yeah, I am, like I said, still very excited about the game. But yeah, just Nintendo, come on.
Not good enough.
I will say as well, just as far as there's a lot of complaining about the price and all that, which is fair enough. The expensive game, especially in the US, it's like pushing the envelope an extra $10. So I get that, but I am happy that Nintendo, they don't go down the microtransaction or the free to play route, and all of these costumes and all of this stuff. It's just it would have made a perfect free to play or freemium game, where it is hey, look, the game's $50 US or $40 US. But there's, you can buy these costumes, you can do this. I much prefer just look, I'll pay you $80 American, just fucking leave me alone. And
just give it all to me.
Yeah, I hate that stuff. Even that just being there just irks me. And the whole industry is sort of moving towards that, which a lot of I try to avoid that stuff like the plague. So it's interesting that Nintendo, what I really appreciate about it is just they value their product. Whether people value it as much as they do, that's up to them, and that's up to us, I guess, when we go to the shops on June 5th. But yeah, I am glad that it isn't just because it could have been just a perfect money printer for them, and they're like, hey, look, no, this is a premium game, and you will buy it, and we will leave you alone, and we will pop up every now and again when we have an island we want to sell you and some new cars. I'm just imagining Forza Horizon. You get an expansion, you go to another island, it's another bit of land to explore and all that. I think that could be really cool for this, and I'll be all over that. After a year of exploring this Mario Kart world, been hey, look, here's a new place to go to. I'm like, all right. We're packing the suitcases. Mario's going on a holiday. He's going on the brand new bridge over to what island are we going to, Josh? The first expansion. Where are we going? Are we going to another Nintendo IP, or are we just going to Mario Sunshine? We're going to Delfino Plaza. We're going to Animal Crossing. We're going to just. Could you imagine just Tom Nook's in his in his shop, and we're just doing burnouts around his shop, like just liberate the village, put him on a stake, just like
I mean, it's the other thing people wanted. They're like, are there going to be more islands? Are we going to see more things? And nothing so far. But who's to say it might not come? It might come in the future. We don't know.
Yeah, it's also like pretty evident that they're going down like the real niche Mario enemies. Like everything's Mario, which is great. I really like that. So like, will they continue that? Don't know. Would be cool. I kind of like it just being Mario. I don't want it to be like a Super Smash Brothers kart necessarily. Like, I don't mind like guest appearances, like what happened in Mario Kart 8, but the sort of the idea a lot of people ran with, like, imagine if we just had like all of the Fire Emblem characters and Kirby and Link and Animal Crossing and just Pokemon Pikachu in a little car. Like, I don't know. I'd rather just. I kind of like that. It's just like, no, we got the cow.
We're getting deep cut, and like Mario Sunshine, we're getting Cataquacks. Like, that's so cool. I think Cataquack's gonna be one of my mains, if I'm being honest. Drive around as a bloody freaking Cataquack.
Just dolphin, just like
dolphin. Like Michaela's obviously cow. Like, she's gonna be all over that character. Gonna love that. But yep, some really weird ones. But I think there's some good funniness to it. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Well, the funniest thing is like everybody, like, people are like, oh, the cow's really that's a very interesting addition. I feel like everybody's gonna be cow. Like, imagine a lobby just full of cows and Mario Kart.
Yeah, cow's gonna be the big one.
It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna stick to Yoshi. I'm just
boring. Come on, man.
I love Yoshi. Yoshi's
Come on.
Like, I love Yoshi.
You could be a Goomba now, at least.
Well, I feel like the cool thing about this game is, just going back to the costumes, I guess, it looks like the game sort of encourages you to actually use more characters to unlock their costumes, because you only unlock their costumes while you're using
that character.
them. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So like, I'll be playing as Yoshi, but then eventually I've got all the costumes. So it's like, oh, well, I might as well play as Mario and get the Mario costumes.
But it's going to take ages, though, to everyone drive through.
It'll take a long time.
It's going to take ages, all the combinations, all the outfits. And that's if every character gets those outfits, because I don't know if that's been confirmed yet either.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems like maybe some of like the minion characters, like non-main characters, don't seem to have like costumes and things, just from what we've seen. But yeah, not sure. But yeah, like, I don't mind all of these unlocks taking forever, because like, we're going to be playing this game forever. Like, every race you do, you see like a bit of fast food, you run through it, you get a thing, get a costume. I guess it'll add up pretty quickly. You sit down and play Mario Kart for a night, you'll probably smack through a couple, and you make sure that you're rotating characters because of that. Yeah, because I never change my loadout in Mario Kart 8. Like, I'm just like going to a race, just like A, just, and it's already like hovering over like the last thing you selected.
You just do the standard cut, do you?
No. I got Yoshi on a Yoshi bike with my golden wheels and my golden paraglider.
Yeah,
and I don't change from that. I'm 30, Josh. Mario Kart 8 has been around like a third of my life.
It works enough for you.
I know what I know,
If it ain't broke, I get it, man.
No, she's not broken, mate. She's
Yeah, if it ain't broke.
All right, the press release here, Josh. What else did we miss? Just in case, I think we kind of covered everything we needed to. I guess just going into like more of the game chat stuff. They showed us like more of the game chat, where it is like, if you are playing with friends and only friends. So yes, don't worry about being in the lobby and seeing somebody else's big swinging dick, because they've got their camera on. It is just like your 4 friends in game chat that you press the C button, and if you paid your $20 for the year subscription, you can see your mate's face smiling as they're having a good old time playing Mario Kart with you. But like I said, I absolutely love the integration. I think it's great. And even like on the results screen, the little circle where your icon is, it's got like their face as well, which is really cool. I kind of love that. Actually, like, it's limited to like 4 people in a group for like the video chat. It would be cool to see like a whole lobby. I know this would be kind of taxing on like what Nintendo's allowed hardware wise, but just seeing like that that full screen of like 24 players. Like if you could have like even half of
All
that.
those me's with the cameras on top of them walking around.
Yeah, like could you imagine like everybody like laughing at the results? Like you can see like just on that screen, like the person who won the race, like you see them looking pretty happy, like yes, like high fiving their mate who's on the couch with them or something. And then it's like the 12th place or 24th place or just down near the bottom. They're kind of like rubbing their head a bit, lean over, have their drink, just like scratch their eyes a bit, like fuck, like that was tough. Like you can see that it had a bit of a mental drain on them. It'd be kind of cool. I kind of like that, but 4 players it is.
I'm just keen for the 4-player stuff. Having all your friends on camera, like some of the stupid stuff, like people are going to test and experiment with to see what the camera tracks and things like that. Wearing masks or with people in the same room, it's just going to be hilarious. So yeah, I cannot. No, I think people are genuinely warming to that mode. The more and more I hear about the benefits of it and the people's experiences of playing it at the Switch experiences in the States so far. So I really think that's a major big call out thing, especially in like free roam with Mario Kart, doing that sort of stuff. It's a very social aspect to add to that game, and it's just going to make it even more special.
All I can picture is just getting hit by a red shell. And then, like, you come drifting past me, and I just see your face, like, literally see your face.
And I'm going to screenshot at the right time when I get you as well. It's
yeah,
just going to be like...
you're literally just like, fuck you, Drew.
Correct. Yeah. I'm going to see your face, and I'm like, yes.
I think people are underplaying game chat. I know it's so... it's so, like...
It's not new.
Yeah,
it's not revolutionary.
It's not revolutionary. Nintendo making such a big deal about it. But at the same time, integrating it that much into, like... their first party games where it is very much, they thrive on couch based co-op. I don't know. I feel like it's just going to be like a lot of fun. And it's getting me excited to jump more online because I'm typically like a single player gamer, apart from jumping on Mario Kart and probably Smash Brothers if it worked properly. But it's going to make it feel that much more just like personal and wholesome and that. So I don't know.
That's right.
I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to giving Nintendo my $60 a year and let me play their 3 GameCube games and see Josh's head in my Mario Kart game. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's so good.
Actually, speaking of the GameCube games, Josh, you're ready to get up. You're going to get up early on Thursday. You get your GameCube controller locked down.
It's not early, Drew. It's 5:30 in the afternoon for us.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, I would have wasted my time.
Well, better early than late. Yes, I will be there at 5:30. I'm going to pre-order my GameCube controller. I'm going to make sure I have one of those. And then I'm also that official Switch 2 all-in-one carry case. I'm umming and ahhing whether I want that because it looks really nice and snazzy. And I don't know if I really like the other ones I've seen, the third-party ones I've seen out and about.
You're going to be taking your Switch 2 around, like the dock and the Pro Controller and everything together?
I do that a lot. Yeah, I do that a lot with my Switch. I'm the games guy when I see my friends, and so I'll bring over the Switch, and it needs a carry case. And so I've got one for my Switch right now, but yeah, obviously want one for my Switch too.
I like it. Yeah, I like that. Like, because like a lot of your family and that, they like games, but they're sort of, they might not have them in the house or that type of thing.
Yeah,
so
that's right. So I've got one just like that for my Switch. Use it plenty of times. So I just want one like that for my Switch too, and I want something that's a bit sturdy and can fit a bit more than what that one can, because that one's a little bit of a squeeze to get everything I need in there.
Mm. Yeah, I got that one too. I actually got it. I got it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. If anybody wants it,
Drew needs to finance his Switch 2 activities. Everyone, he's got a Scarlet and is it what sort of Switch 2?
Yeah. So yeah, I do have
Scarlet
a few things.
Violet? Yeah.
I do have a few things on Facebook Marketplace. I got my Pokemon. That's plug it. Yeah, that's right. If you're in the local area, you can come and give me some cash.
Southeast of South Australia.
That's it. Yeah, I got my Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Switch OLED up for sale in the box. I've never turned. I don't know if I've turned it on. I haven't used it anyway. So yeah, but yeah, I decided to get rid of that because Scarlet and Violet, like having that on the shelf, it doesn't really bring me any joy seeing the console. So yeah, I thought I'll get rid of that. That's a bit of a Switch 2 fund. Got like an old, got some other stuff as well up for sale, just like laptops now. I'm trying to have a good fund to go into. When a Switch 2 comes out, get the games, get the accessories, all of that.
Yeah, all that kind of thing.
So yeah, it's my birthday month as well. So the other day, it's funny because since I'm 30 years old, so when my parents or whatever ask like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I'm like, "I don't know, maybe a game or something, type of thing." But nothing. But this year, it's April. My birthday is on June 14th. I'm like, "Mummy, I know what I want for my birthday this year. Just a little bit of money into my Switch 2 fund because it comes out on the 5th of June." It's funny because as I'm saying, I'm like, nothing's changed. I would have had this conversation with my mum when I was 10. Like, "Mum, this new DS came out. It's got a camera. Can I add it to my fund?" It's like the exact same fucking conversation. It's hilarious, but I'm a working man. Good damn it,
Great timing for you. Very, very good timing. Give Drew his money so he can buy all the things at that EB and stimulate that store to keep it open,
That's right. I've got to stimulate my local EB games because if my EB games shuts, what am I going to do? Am I going to go to another shop? It's literally a big W in EB games.
Where is the nearest one? The Adelaide, wouldn't it?
Probably would be. No, there'll be a closer one. It'll be like Warrnambool or something the other way towards Melbourne. There'll be like a Warrnambool or a Bendigo or something. Well, not Bendigo. Bendigo's further away.
No, Bendigo's God. I'm genuinely interested to know.
Yeah, it'll be Warrnambool or Hamilton or something.
Warrnambool.
Yeah,
Horseshoe's got one.
Warrnambool's a bit of a drive to go and pick up a pre-order.
How far away is that for you? That's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, something like that. Like I'm trying not to dox myself. I'm not trying to paint a little area of where I live. It's like, well, far away
trying to do it without saying the name.
It's like I live this far away from Adelaide, this far away from Melbourne. There's going to be someone there with the pin and the thread, putting it together on their little chalkboard. They know where do lives.
Oh, they've worked it out by now if they really wanted to.
That's true. And they don't want to. They don't give a shit, which is fair enough. I feel like there's some podcasts where someone has said oh, I live right next to this. I'm like, if I was a spastic, I could nail your house right 100%. Now. But I'm not a spastic. Correct. I couldn't care less. Well, I might be. Yeah. I might be. You don't know.
Well, we could. It remains to be seen.
That's right.
Until you do it.
This conversation isn't proving otherwise.
Anyway, but moving on.
Yes, you're getting your GameCube controller. I reckon for me, I want the GameCube controller. I also want a spare dock. I think a spare dock for me is pretty important.
Yes, you want your spare dock.
Because I'm used to having that many docks around. So just I want to be able to share it on the main TV with the kids because that Thursday when the Switch 2 comes out, I want to play Mario Kart all day. I want to play some Cyberpunk and some other stuff, whatever I get. And when the kids get home from childcare, I want to be I want to have those little wheels. Let's play some Mario Kart, Lucas. Chuck him a wheel and play together. Play on the main TV. And then when they go to bed,
away you go.
Keep playing. So I think it's important to get a second dock, even though they're very expensive.
Well, you qualify for free shipping if you buy those two things.
Yeah. What is it? Is it $100?
$100 now.
Jesus Christ.
And the GameCube controller was $90.
Fuck. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know in the past I've bought an amiibo just to put it over the free shipping limit.
I mean, yeah.
Because otherwise, if you don't do that, you pretty much just pay, works out without the amiibo. The amiibo you're basically paying $6 for or something. Because the free, right. If it's not free shipping,
why not?
Yeah, it's why not? That's why I got the Min amiibo. Whenever I look at it, I just think about that. That's why I bought the Min amiibo. But yeah,
I freaking love ARMS though. That's why. Come on,
I do love ARMS. I do love ARMS. Haven't played it in a very long time.
Yeah, same. That actually makes me sad.
Fake fan. I guess talking about just buying things, Josh. The US finally got their pricing, which was, I think, a good case scenario, but also pretty startling at those accessory prices and amiibo prices. but at least they can get the console without any big, just
Well, no change.
yeah, that's right. Just tariffs have at this time of recording not affected the US pricing and Canadian pricing because they had their delayed too. But yeah,
I put no. I'm just. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath though when those pre-orders open. It's going to be absolute pandemonium because people are wanting to buy this stuff now, thinking the tariffs might come later.
because they will.
So they have the onus. They have like every possible reason to want to think, I should buy it now while it's cheap. Cheap. I'm doing that in quotation marks for those listening. Instead of watching. And so, because we don't know what tariffs are going to come in the end and how much more expensive the Switch 2 is. So if you're in the States and you're even on the fence, you'd probably be thinking maybe I should just get it. So there's going to be so much pent-up demand for this. I haven't read it too much into how they're going to do the pre-orders. Is it a lottery system, Drew, or is it just going to be like first in, best dressed, and it's going to be an absolute shit show and like websites are going to have outages, like scalpers and AI bots. Those checks aren't going to be in place. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I just know a lot of people are going to be crazy for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back of. I'm in a few Discords where like people are very excited and they're talking about what their plans are for pre-ordering like the console. And I think GameStop, they're doing a midnight launch, which is really exciting. I think Best Buy are as well. So yeah, it seems like there's going to be a few midnight launches, which I'm very jealous about actually. Like I would love a midnight launch at like EB Games or something. That'd be great. Obviously getting it.
I would just
early.
like that. I just would like to get it early. Yeah. So yeah, they're not going to do it here, are they? I don't think. It's been years since they've done anything, a midnight launch or
What would have been the last one? It would have been like a Call of Duty or the what? Sorry.
Oh, I'm thinking Nintendo console like the Wii back in the day would have had one.
Yeah, might have been the Wii. It definitely wasn't the Wii U. I can tell you that.
No, okay. Yeah.
That would have been the saddest the saddest midnight launch. That's yeah. No. Well, I'm glad everybody's at least at launch. Fingers crossed that the pre-orders go well because I'm just saying like the pre-orders here.
Yeah, good luck.
You can still pre-order one right now, like a Switch 2 here in Australia, anywhere you want. Which is nuts. I was not expecting that.
We're so lucky. Everywhere in Australia, you just get it. And they must ship so many copies, and we just get them. And they just, people get to it when they get to it.
It's funny because, we stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning. And as soon as that link come through, I never bought anything so quick in my life. I was like, I used like the Apple Pay on my iPad, and I just went, doof, doof, doof. Like it was like in 10 seconds. In my cart, bang, bang, boof. And then, like, it turns out I can just casually buy one now. I can buy another one right now. I can just put as many pre-orders. I don't know if there's even a limit on them.
Well, I bought one from JB, one from EB, one from Michaela. So I just went for it.
Yeah. So I hope it's like that in the US, but maybe not. But those accessories, they've gone up by $5 each pretty much. In the Amiibo, it seems like they've gone up by $10. So in the States, they're paying $30 as well. We're paying $30 Australian. So they're paying $30 US for Amiibo, those Zelda Amiibo. And I think the Street Fighter Amiibos, they're $40, which is going to be a no-go.
They were bigger anyway. Yeah. And so I think they're like 40 they're like 45 here in Australia, I think.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
So that's cheap for us now. Like, the accessories ours seem cheap now in comparison because the conversion rate is much worse. Because I was checking this all-in-one carry case, and that's $85 US dollars now, and that's $132 Australian, and we only pay $110 now for that carry case. So it's a big discrepancy.
So how much the carry case is? Jesus Christ!
It's an expensive carry case.
Yeah, fucking hell.
It's a lot.
Leather, I hope. Jesus.
It is. I think.
Yeah, real leather. From the hide of a endangered rhino. The frost.
But we just obviously pay for it more with the console. Because the console's, around about that mark, but a bit more.
Yeah, I think that's just...
So it'd be crazy.
That's where they're looking to get their margins, is like not the games, not like the super essential stuff, which is the games and the console, but for the people that are like, oh, look, I've got a bit of money to spend, like that's when they'll make up their margin a little bit more. I think just like people getting a Pro controller, people getting extra Joy-Cons, people getting the Joy Wheels or whatever, like Joy Wheel 2s, I think they're called, Amiibos, all of that extra stuff. That's when they'll make it up. I don't know. Sort of at that mark, like if the Pro controller went up any more, it'll be like here, it'll be hard to justify it a little bit because like this is a good thing about Switch too, is like it does work with your Pro controller and everything. So I was like,
yes,
it's like it looks like the Pro controller is going to feel like. I'm really looking forward to trying out those sticks. I've heard a lot about the smooth gliding sticks from like people, their hands-on impressions. Like they picked it up and like, what is going on with these sticks? And I'm just so intrigued to be like, I want to try those sticks. I hope they're everything I've ever dreamed of, Josh. Just put my thumb on there. I'm like, Jesus, I've never felt so liberated in my life. This is life-changing stuff.
As long as there's no drift, like in the Joy-Cons. I got Joy-Con drift in my Joy-Cons today playing Balatro, and that really annoyed me.
Today?
I thought, God damn it. Yep, today. Hated it.
You're almost there, Josh. You're so close.
We're so close. We're so close. That's
You're
right.
holding on.
Yeah,
You have to
correct.
use the touch controls or something to play. You're like, no.
I almost did for a bit, and then I actually literally played effectively, I don't know, tabletop mode because I wasn't holding the Switch anymore. I was holding the Pro controller, playing the game portably still.
Yeah.
Weird combination.
How many Joy-Cons have you had drift with?
Oh, at least 2, maybe 3 now.
Yeah. It's funny because I don't want to rub it into anyone, but I've had no drift on my Joy-Cons.
Shut up, Drew. God damn it. Hate you.
I'm a shithead. I'm a big wally. I'm a stinky willy, aren't I? Don't know. Just got lucky, I guess.
So jealous, man.
I had a pair of Joy-Cons go through the washing machine, and it was fine. It was literally fine.
That's funny.
So I don't know what you guys. Maybe you just got to wash them a little bit more. You know, if it's.
I don't know.
The thing is, like, you know, it gets a bit of dust, so it gets a bit of a build up, and that's why it drifts, just like gunk and shit in there. So maybe if you
Have
just
they actually proven that? Natural reason.
No, I don't know. I'm just making shit up, Josh. You
Yeah.
chuck him in the washing machine, just wash them. So you try that. Let me know how it goes for you.
Sure.
Just take them off the Switch. Don't chuck the Switch in there.
Dip it in paint or something. Yep, done.
Especially your Switch. Like this is very much like a soldier coming home once the war's finished.
Correct.
Like,
It's done
World
its
War II
service.
is finished. Like just get him home. A long, hardy battle. He deserves to come home.
I'm going to be quite sad in a way because I'll look at it and like it's done so well, my actual Switch, and it will get me to the finish line, and effectively I won't need to ever use it again because my Switch 2 will play all the games that it can play on the Switch 1. So it's just gonna have a nice retirement. Don't worry, I'm gonna place it somewhere nice and it can enjoy the rest of its days, not having to work so hard and breathe in and out loudly to support my gaming hobbies. It can rest in peace now.
Yeah. What's that? Oh yeah, I was trying to think of the game. Yeah, Ring Fit Adventure. You won't be able to play that.
That's true. If I want to bring, yeah, but for special occasions.
Special occasions. You'll
Special
open a
fitness
drawer.
required occasions.
You'll open a drawer and it'll be like, Josh, remember all the good times we had together? I love you, Josh.
Thanks, Giovanni, from the Mafia there.
And then you switch to like, no, forget about him. I'm the new hotness here. Oh yeah. Mario Kart World, baby. Oh yeah.
45 days, so close.
Who's counting?
Me.
There's a few things in the I saw that like in the what's it called? What's that new news app? Nintendo app.
Nintendo
Today. How could I forget? I see like a bunch of news coming out of that, but whenever I go into it, I can never find it. Like I saw those comparisons of Mario Odyssey on Switch 2 and Switch 1. I'm like, oh, that's quite a nice difference there. And I go into the app just to see it for myself, and I can't find it. It's not there. It keeps them. Whenever I go in there, it's just like today they're showing me like, oh, this is what the Pro controller looks like. So that's cool. But can you show me the game? Like, you showed me that news that you're sharing with me. I can never find it.
Well, we're getting DK controls today for Bonanza. I'm watching that in the app right now.
DK controls. Oh, Howie controls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he control with the buttons?
Yes. Yeah. B's a dive punch. All that kind of stuff.
Cool. I like it. DK Bonanza. That's so far away, Josh. I don't even want to think about that right now.
No, don't think about that one.
I won't think about that.
One thing at a time.
Yeah. I've got to say, though, like, all these things are just coming to my brain as we were just talking, but, like, the Donkey Kong redesign in Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm like, I don't know if I like it. But when I see it in Mario Kart, I'm like, I love it. I don't know why. Like, just there was like more gameplay in the Direct of Donkey Kong, and like in the character select screen, and actually using him and him turning around and doing his tricks and all of that. I'm like, I really like it in this game. But this, like, it hasn't made me feel that way seeing it in Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Really? Okay.
I don't know why, Josh. I'm just speaking from the heart. It's just what's happened. I don't know.
Your heart's wrong. I don't get it, man.
It probably is wrong. Probably is.
I'm a big fan of the new redesign. I think it's a lot more emotionally like giving. He can do a lot more bigger range of emotions.
He'll be a much better partner. Just like, you just got to give me something. I need a connection, Donkey Kong. I need you to show me some love. DK, Donkey Kong.
Where's Diddy? I want to see the redesigned Diddy Kong. What's going on? What's going on with that?
Well, here's my theory with this, Josh. So this seems to be like Donkey Kong's origin story, right? So this is a young Donkey Kong. They've mentioned that it's a young Donkey Kong. And in the Korean leak, with the Korean leaked box art with Pauline, she's a little girl. So I'm thinking in this timeline, in this portion of time, with a young Donkey Kong, a young Pauline, Diddy Kong doesn't exist yet. His mum, his dad have not come together, inseminated one another, and he has not been birthed yet. That's my theory. I don't think he's in the game. I think this is Donkey Kong's time to shine. Because I'll tell you what, Josh. What I hate most about the Donkey Kong Country games, 1, 2, and 3. The first one, Donkey Kong. You know, you play as Donkey Kong. You got your little boy, Diddy Kong. But in the second one, Donkey Kong's gone. In the third one, Donkey Kong's gone. I want to play the Donkey Kong games with Donkey Kong in it. So I'm kind of happy Donkey Kong gets his own time to shine.
Fair.
How many more times can I say Donkey Kong?
I really don't know. I think it works. Yeah, I think that's the actual. Yeah, it's an origin thing. I think that makes sense. So I'd love to see. Yeah, it'll happen eventually though.
Yeah, I love the idea of Donkey Kong and there's another one, and Pauline being able to, like, you can see like their relationship. Like, I know that like in the original Donkey Kong, that like Donkey Kong's just an ape, takes Pauline to the top of the building. You know, there's not much there, but I'd love like like something together. I think it'll be real sweet. I'm hoping that's the case. This is going to be another Mario Kart world where I'm like building up this thing, and it's just like, no, it's just the fucking rock, Drew. It's not Pauline. It's just the rock. That's all you're going to be. That's the only companion you're going to have.
With a real sucker. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm talking about all this stuff. Like, oh, wouldn't it be amazing? It's like, no, you just got a rock, and you smash other rocks, and those rocks aren't sentient, but this rock is sentient. But this rock sings, so he's a special rock. So, okay.
It was just AI. It was fake. What you saw before, not real.
It could have been. Very well could have been. But it has triggered the imagination, and that's all I ask Nintendo games to do, is just bring me back to when I was a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on my dad's lap, looking at the stars and saying, "Dad, what's out there?" And you go, "Drew, I don't fucking know. I'm not an astronaut." Yeah. Those were the days. Yeah. Those were the days. All right, Josh, there's enough talking about just what we're going to be playing in 2 months' time. What have you been playing recently? You mentioned been playing a couple of games, and I'd like to hear from you.
Yes. So, been juggling a couple of games at the moment. So, getting back into Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. So, probably done close to 12 hours into that now. I'm enjoying it the more I'm playing it and sort of understanding the mechanics, how it all works. knowing that, I'm not too far away from a Skell, so there's a few things I need to do.
Wow.
There's like I need to complete chapter 6, I think, and I'm up to, or nearly up to chapter 5 now. And so that's been good. Enjoying that, and trying to understand how that game works. And so I just know once I get the Skell, my enjoyment and the gameplay is just going to go, off the charts in terms of exploration and the attacks and how you sort of manage and go about this game. So that's going to be really good to get to, because I've only heard nothing but great things about once you get the actual Skell and start moving around in it. So really keen on that, keeping that going. And then when I've had enough of that, I've been playing Balatro still. So back on that again, just trying all the different decks, all the different difficulties now, slowly grinding my way through that. Sometimes I really can't get to the endless run mode and I'll just stuff it up in one certain area, but other times I just absolutely blitz through it and can get way past it. But it's still so addictive, and you just want to, you lose, but you just want to keep going again. And I just do another run, and my bed schedule has been later and later and later while I've been on holidays because of it. But I'm not complaining.
Do you see the addiction ending? Because this is coming every week, Josh. Is this is this therapy when you come to the house of Mario? Like you just want to express it, or what's going on here? You're right, mate.
No, I'm enjoying it. 65 hours I've done. That's what my Switch told me, and I started playing New Year's Eve, so it's been pretty well 3.5, nearly 4 months of it. So I've been pretty regular on it. Yeah, I'm just in that loop still, really enjoying it. Like, I'll find different Joker cards and understand what they do and experiment with that, and it's been really fun. So, no, I just know not to get it on my phone, because that would be so bad. That'd be so dangerous. But it's good enough on my Switch.
You wouldn't want to restart your progress in that anyway at this point.
True. No, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X as well. Like, you've jumped back into that, which is cool. I don't know. I want to jump back into it maybe on Switch 2 with that 60 FPS. I reckon that'll be a little bit more enticing. But yeah, I didn't feel myself drawn back to it. But it's also like a little bit of a. I had a lot to learn. I think that's a bit of it as well. I need to sort of give it that time to jump back into it and be able to understand it a little bit more. Because I was like getting to like a boss. I'm like, all right. I had like no idea how to take it down. Then like after upgrading my stuff a bit, now I was able to get it. But I was sort of like exploring like a little bit aimlessly as well, just collecting nodes in that. But
yeah,
maybe that's what I'm meant to do. I'm not sure.
I mean, because you did Pathfinder, is that what you chose?
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a similar thing. I need to understand it a bit more, like, because you can install things onto those stations and like mining probes, research probes, things like that, and how that impacts the game. I'm yet to really fully see, like, I do it, but with a why for it all. So there is just so much to it, and so you got to kind of I got to like research things outside of my game times a bit more just to understand it. I've watched a couple of like tip videos and things to do and to avoid things like that. So that has helped, and I would recommend that for anyone new to it.
Yeah. Also, like when I was checking out those tip videos and that, like I saw some like comparisons, and I honestly did not know the differences between the Switch and the Wii U version. The Wii U version looks very different. Like they really did upgrade it for Switch. I didn't realize how much it was upgraded. Like the character models especially, like they look like different characters.
Yes.
They look a lot better. So yeah, very impressive. Just the glow up it got on Switch. I didn't realize the amount of changes they made. Like obviously like, there's the more obvious stuff, but just on like a pure like aesthetic look, it's like yeah, they really did.
They have, and it could be even more with this Switch 2 update. So I had that little brief period of like, oh, do I want to play this after the Switch 2 Direct? Because I didn't know whether, because I saw the talks about 60 frames per second in the code, or is it going to be Switch 2 edition? And I kind of got somewhat teased in like one of their websites. There's a picture of it in the background, I think. Or was that for one of the Yoshi games? I can't remember now. But I don't think
that was Woolly World. Yeah, apparently that was in the
Woolly
background.
World. Okay, so it hasn't been officially talked about, and so I thought, no, I just got to play this game now while the Switch 2 isn't out and available, because once that comes out, I'm just going to be playing Mario Kart World and DK Bonanza and any GameCube game that does come to the service, and Xenoblade's going to be taking a back seat, sadly. So now's the time. I got to finish it before Switch 2 launches. That's my aim.
Yeah, because we got this period where, honestly, when I sit down, I want to play something. I just want the Switch 2. I want Mario Kart World. Honestly, that is honestly what I want to play, because it is what I'm looking for, especially like with me at the moment, just the season of life I'm in, I guess, where I just want to pick something up and just have it like play and just have that instant fun like Mario Kart is, rather than have to like start a story and like I'm explaining with Xenoblade, where it is very much like I don't want to have to learn these systems right now. Like I know I'll probably really enjoy the game, but it's something where I need like a day off to sort of get myself used to it. Then I can enjoy it at night times. But at the moment where it's like, all right, it's 9 o'clock, the kids are in bed. I need something just like Mario Kart. And I've gone back and I played Deluxe a couple of times. It's like the first time in a fair while. It's just like I've just done it so much. It's just like I do want that new version of it. So play Xenoblade Chronicles while you got the time. Because what else are you going to be playing right now, Josh? What else are you playing? Anything else that's you're looking forward to that's coming out between now and Switch 2?
They're the only two things. I need to get back to Paranormal Sight because I'm so close to finishing that. I pretty much finished it, but I need to round it off finally. And then Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. I need to do the final world in that. And I was really enjoying that. I just, those other things have been distracting me.
Yeah, you got distracted by your wedding and honeymoon. God, get your priorities.
Very true. Correct.
Yeah, especially with Donkey Kong. You reckon like Michaela would have been saying her vows, you would just had your Switch out, you'd be like, just smash it a couple of levels, maybe afterwards, just
maybe not
go and find a nice quiet room and you can just do it. Just some levels there too. No, fair enough.
No,
that's fair enough.
That's all right.
That's a bad idea.
That's it
On my behalf.
Yeah, come on, Drew.
Yeah, that was a bit rough. For me, I've been playing Ratchet and Clank, the PS4 version. It came out 2016, and it's funny. I'm just like 2016. So 9 years. I bought this game 9 years ago. I'm just playing it now. I got it off of funny enough, talking about Facebook Marketplace. I got it off of somebody on Facebook Marketplace for $30 when the game was brand new.
It's pretty good.
I'm like, sweet. And just never played it for whatever reason. But it's like I was saying, I needed something that's just fun and like not too hard, not too punishing. Don't have to learn too much. I've played Ratchet and Clank before, played some of the other games, so I knew what I was jumping into. And I just had so much fun going through the levels. Like that OCD of saying every crate you want to smash it just to get the bolts out, and currency to buy new guns, and all of the weapons are crazy and just absolutely nuts. Just like there's like one called, my favorite one's probably the Pixelator, which just turns your enemies into like 8-bit versions, like blurry versions, and then like just hit that. Cool. It just takes down big masses. There's one called the Groovinator, which is like a disco ball you throw out and it makes like all the enemies like dance, so they're distracted while you can take them out with other weapons. And it's just so much fun. I absolutely love the Ratchet and Clank series. It's something that I found really late. I think honestly the first one I finished was Rift Apart on PS5. So the last one, the most recent one.
Okay.
So that was the first one, and it was honestly something that I wish I played as a kid, but I never had a PS2, so I never played through them then. So I would like to play through some more. I've got a few on PS2. I've got like the actual versions to play there. So whenever I get around to it, I might do that. But yeah, I really enjoyed my time. It was great. I played it mostly on PlayStation Portal actually, which was good. I was up way too late last night trying to take down the last boss. For whatever reason, I was just really struggling with it, and I was like, "What am I doing wrong?" So I'm just going to YouTube. I'm like, Ratchet and Clank, last boss tips. And people in the comments like, what the fuck? This boss is kind of hard. Like it's fucking kicking my ass.
Okay, so it wasn't just you. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of reassuring. I would have thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like the biggest problem was, so I'm not gonna. It's not like I'm going to spoil the boss. Like the Ratchet and Clank final boss, it's a little bit like, oh, what's the last boss of Mario? You know, it's kind of the same situation, but I won't say who the boss is in Ratchet and Clank 2016. I'm sure no one gives a shit. But I will just say the mechanics. Like you're using your jetpack, so your jetpack, it's got fuel, so you've got to land on these platforms and fill up your fuel again. And on that platform, there's like some crates where you can get your ammo. But the boss, he also throws like some mines that like suck you in. So you've got to like take down the mines before you get your jetpack fuel. Then like you get your ammo, which you need for your weapons. And like the end of the boss fight, I'll just run out of ammo. There's no more ammo to get in the level. And I'm just like, I got no ammo. I can't do anything. I was just like, that's what was making it hard for me. It's not like, oh, look, he keeps on hitting me or I'm missing him or anything. I just ran out of ammo. I did it. I was versing that boss for like 2 hours or something, just like, you know, doing it again and again. And eventually I put it down from normal to casual, just like, fuck this. And I just
then you got it.
Just walloped him on casual. I'm like, well, feels kind of anticlimactic, but I'm not going to bed until. I'm not letting it beat me. I'm not going to like put down the portal and be like, all right, I lost. I'm going to sleep now. Like, it's not going to happen. I can't do that. I can't do it.
Oh, I've done that plenty of times. I've done lots of rage quitting, and then sometimes I never touch the game again.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't. I could quite easily do that.
Yes. No, good job. No, you probably did the right thing because, it's at risk of never playing the game again.
Yeah. It's just frustrating. Like, I don't know what I was doing wrong. Like, I did the boss fight a lot of times, so I knew his patterns. I knew what he was doing. I knew where the ammo was. Like I knew like the right sequence of like what weapons to use. Like there's like some bits where the boss is not able to move. So like I use some weaker items to just get rid of all the ammo then type of thing, just to use it up. And like I had like a strategy, but yeah, I just get to a point where he's got like 10% left on his health bar, and I'm like, dude, I got nothing. There's nowhere to go and fill up. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Spit on him? Like just go and slap him on the head? Like I ran out of grenades and just everything. Had nothing.
That's frustrating.
So yeah, that was annoying. But obviously there is a way to beat him on normal. So I don't know.
Will you try it on normal difficulty now? Is that too much?
Is it too much? No. I would like to think that maybe I was playing on PlayStation Portal, so maybe the latency was messing me up. Who knows? I blame that. I blame everything before I blame me. Blame the Portal. I blame the game design. I blame Insomniac. What do they know about making a game?
Gamer? No, it can't be that.
No, definitely not.
Could not be that at all.
So yeah. But apart from that, I'm hoping to move on to Bloom and Rage because the second part of that game come out. So this is a game made by Don't Nod, the developers behind the first Life is Strange game. So they got like a new sort of similar game, new IP, but same type of idea, very narrative focused with I assume choices. I don't know much about it because I didn't really need to look too much into it. There was a trailer, and it had like the main premise of, I think these girls, there's like not two timelines, but there's like I don't really know much about the story, but from what I gather, Josh, there's a timeline where like them as kids and them as adults, and they're trying to fix something. I think somebody got killed or something. I'm not quite sure, but you're trying to work out a mystery or something. I don't know. But Luke in the Discord, he said that he played it and he quite liked it. So I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly don't know what other people think about the game because I want to go in kind of blind. And a lot of people poo-pooed Life is Strange, the most recent one to come out, and, you know, fair enough. But I still love that one, so fingers crossed. So I'm hoping to get that one finished by, well, maybe on the weekend sometime. It's about a 10-hour game or something like that. So, and then Expedition 33 comes out, and that's a part of Game Pass. So I want to play that. This is like, it's like a turn-based RPG, I don't know if you've seen it, Josh, but it was at the Xbox showcase, maybe
What's it called? Sorry.
Expedition 33.
No,
So
I haven't.
it's on everything apart from Nintendo, but it's a part of Game Pass. And I honestly would have bought a physical copy of this, but I'm looking to looking to save money where I can for Switch 2. So, and I am going to sign up for Game Pass anyway, because like the next month is pretty nuts. Like I want to play South of Midnight. There's the Oblivion remake, which has probably been announced by the time we post this. So there's those two. Then there's Expedition 33. There's Doom, the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of game. Obviously,
A lot going on.
that's more game than I can handle. So, but what I'm hoping is the Expedition 33, then South of Midnight, which is about a 14-hour game, fit that in, then go into Doom the Dark Ages if that comes out on the 15th. Then my Game Pass will lapse and disappear, and then Switch 2 will be here. So that's
perfect.
what I'm at the moment of saying this. That's
Make
what
it work
I'm going
for
to try and fit in. So we'll see. Because
Good.
my beating games this year has been real bad. I've been not in a good headspace for playing games. I've been very much just like wanting to go to bed straight away and just watch YouTube.
Because you were what did you get last year? You beat a whole bunch last year, 50 something.
Yeah, 52 last year, and
One a week.
I think with Ratchet and Clank I've done 6 in pretty much 4 months. So not looking good, eh?
Yep.
Unless I just play like bunch of half an hour games, you know. just
Yeah.
just
See how you go.
boost that that number that means nothing to anyone but myself, and if I do that, it means nothing anyway. But yeah, it's going to be a really really good month for Game Pass. Like I'm excited to jump in. There's a lot to sort of play. I kind of like doing it that way. I like having Game Pass for no longer than 1 month. Like I sign up, I make sure I turn off
the most of it.
Yeah, I turn off auto renew, and I've got a month to go for it.
It's a good way to do it.
Because like with Switch, like if I've got a Game Pass subscription active in June, I'm like, you think the Xbox is getting turned on? I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
No, that's not happening.
But I think I will resub in July. To be honest with you, there's Tony Hawk 3+4 coming out, so I like to play Tony Hawk.
Yes.
And then there's a game called Rematch. I don't know if you've seen this. The developers that did Sifu, like that action fighting game, they're doing a soccer game where it is like a similar, premise.
No.
Yeah, it was at the Game Awards last year. Yeah, if you're interested in it, it's like a third person soccer game, and I think I will find that a lot of fun. So I was probably going to pick it up eventually, maybe not straight away, like if I had to buy it. But I was listening to a podcast and they mentioned that it was coming to Game Pass. I'm like, hell yeah! Like I think I did like an audible like, yeah, that excites me. I can So that means I like sort of lining up game releases. All right, Tony Hawk, this and that. Well, for $23, I'm like, all right, slide that across. That's fine. I'll make sure I'm organized and I'm ready to play it. Because there's something about it that makes me organize myself when I've got to do it. Like, all right, you sort of plan it out a little bit to make it work for you. Because sometimes when I buy games, I'm like, oh, look, put them on the shelf. I'm like, oh, I've got it now because I got it on sale or whatever have you reason I bought it, but there's no time for it. Like, Ratchet and Clank, I put it on the shelf. I'm like, 9 years, I want to play that game. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go.
I do like that approach. If you buy it, okay, I'm with the intention of playing it straight away.
Yeah, I'm certainly.
We always get that sucked in with the deals, don't we? Like a good sale, and you're like, I'll get around to it eventually. Then sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely, especially like the prices of games just going to where they are. I'm definitely going to try and be more mindful because the games industry is just so predicated on FOMO, like just from
for sure.
newest releases or microtransactions or skins in Fortnite. Like, oh, they're going to disappear if you don't get in this season and all that. Like, it's also predicated on don't miss out. And just like even like the big sales, like you see like a game for $6 or $10 or whatever it is, like, oh, well, I might as well buy it because that's like 60% off. Like, but it's like, would you have wanted to play it? Like, you might think it's a good game and it looks cool, but do you want to play it enough to be like put it on top of the pile above other things out there? And don't know, like that's
right.
definitely something I've got to be more mindful of going forward. Just like not even just because like, oh look, I've got to eat and I've got to feed my kids. Obviously, I'm not haven't hit rock bottom just yet, but just as far as like my gaming budget goes, like if like something comes out I really really want, I want to make sure that there's funds there and I haven't just spent them all on like $6 indie games on Switch eShop or something like that.
Yeah,
so it does add up, doesn't it?
It does. Yep. And that's right. Being definitely more mindful at the moment because especially for those in the States, you just don't know what the prices are going to be. So it's something to be thinking about as we play this hobby of ours.
Yeah, because like with the price of Mario Kart World, you might look at it and go, oh, that's a lot of money. But if you spent just $80 on games that are on sale, like, did you get that much value out of all of those games that you would like a Mario Kart game that you really enjoy? Like, sometimes, it's not as maybe obvious as you might think. It's not all just like the amount or the quantity that you buy through sales and all that.
No.
'Cause that's what a lot of people that's like the main argument with like PC gamers. And don't get me wrong, I like PC. I've got a PC right here. I've got like the PC handhelds. I like Steam Deck, all of that stuff. But everybody they're like, oh, look, like games are so much cheaper on Steam. It's like, well, if I wanted to buy Monster Hunter Wilds on PC, I'd pay full price. It's full price on Steam. I don't know what people are saying. The AAA games aren't cheaper, but what is more prominent is like the Steam sales and all of that. But I'll put an argument in there that the eShop and PlayStation Network and all of that have caught up with Steam anyway when it comes to digital sales, but let's just pretend that doesn't exist. It's just like more predicated on that FOMO we're talking about, where it is just like, oh, look at all these games you play. Everyone's talking about their massive Steam libraries and games they don't play. It's probably not. I think you're just probably being taken advantage of more than you'd like to admit when it comes to sales. And you probably don't save that money. You've got that really expensive GPU in your PC. You spent $2,000 on your build. You bought a lot of like games that you don't play because like you've always been advertised to, because it's a digital storefront and you can't really pick the sales. I know you got like Humble Bundle. You can go to different places, but for the most part, like you are just buying on Steam. So like I wonder how much you do save, because like
true.
Yeah,
They get you in the long run.
So yeah, what I'm trying to say is PC gamers, no, don't do it. No. I don't feel that way at all. Just play
not on this
however you want to play.
podcast.
Not on this podcast. No, we only play Nintendo here. We don't like anything else, do we, Josh?
I mean, I kind of only played Nintendo.
You got a PS5
Lately, anyway.
You got a PS5?
I do. Definitely doesn't get the light of day as much as it should.
I was thinking about this too, Josh. We talked about start of the year playing Split Fiction. Do you still want to play Split Fiction with me if I pick it up one day?
Yeah, sure, definitely. It looks really fun. Yeah, so
because I was like thinking like the logistics, like if I probably prefer to get it on PS5 because I don't think there's a physical copy on Switch too. So that's probably the main reason. But the other reason would be just like it looks better on PS5, but you don't have a PS Plus, so does that mean you can't play it?
Not at the moment.
Like I don't know if you need PS Plus for Split Fiction. You probably do, I assume.
I would probably say so.
So do we have to go and talk to Mr. PlayStation and just like give you an exemption?
I don't know.
Let my friend play with me. Otherwise, I wasted my money. I got no one else to play with.
Well, we didn't do much of Helldivers in the end, did we? You do need a PlayStation Network account. No, but you.
Because it's interesting because on Switch too, like Split Fiction, it uses the game share feature to play that game. So I wonder how well that would work. Like, obviously we haven't tried it yet, so I wonder how well that game share feature works over the internet. Because it showed you like playing it locally, where you could play like 51 Clubhouse games, and you could play it like on 2 separate Switches. But then, like some games, it uses that feature, but you play over the internet. Yeah, I'm just curious how that works. Like, will that be?
You do need it. Yeah,
you do. Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, but yeah, I wonder if like the Switch 2 methods would work better than, or worse than, or just as good as like how it does it elsewhere. Because I think like you download a package on your end. You download like the guest version of the game, and you get like a guest pass, and that allows you like to play with me. But on Switch, I think you literally just stream from my Switch. So I can't see that being as good, you know? Like if you're streaming from my internet, like my console, I can't see that being up to snuff, but we'll find out. I'm just all these like little things about Switch 2 and like the third party games and all that, just like working out what the fuck's going on.
We don't quite know yet. Yeah, well, I mean, we could wait to see. Is it a launch game?
Yeah, it's a launch game. Yeah,
so we could see what the reviews are for it.
Yeah, because it's one that I'd probably need to know, like just technically how it is.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, same with like a lot of these. I guess third party games. I do want to get Cyberpunk though. I think I would like to get Cyberpunk, just knowing that it's all on the cartridge.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon I'll get Cyberpunk. We'll see how we go. We'll see how many things will sell.
Yes.
Because I think I would like to get that Rune Factory game too. Guardians. It starts with an A. Guardians. I'm just going to say Guardians of Azuma. It's because I'm trying to picture it in my head.
Sounds right.
But yeah, I think I'd like to get that too. It looks kind of cool. I've always wanted to play a Harvest Moon game, and I was looking into it, and the Harvest Moon or Rune Factory community seemed pretty hyped about it. So I'm like, cool.
Okay.
I'll give that a go.
The type of game, if you waited, it would be cheaper though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Look, dude, it's launch day. Just embrace consumerism, my friend. You know, buy some video games.
You were just saying you had to be more mindful about it, and I'm just helping you be mindful.
Oh, I did look. Well, yes. I think in my head, I'm like, I want to be mindful. So then, June 5th, don't have to be as mindful. You know.
Okay.
Like I've saved up
your decisions leading up to June 5th.
Yeah.
Mindfulness goes out the window.
Yeah, just for June 5th.
When you're in that EB and you see the game right there next to Cyberpunk, you'll be like, yep, that's going in my basket.
Yep.
And away you go.
Then June 6th, I'm like, why the fuck did I buy Guardians of Azimuth? I can't even pronounce it. I don't even know what it's called. Why did I buy this?
I nearly called it RuneScape. I'm like, no, it's not RuneScape.
Just buy RuneScape for my Switch
RuneScape.
too. Sick. RuneScape,
hey,
classic.
RuneScape on Switch
I never
too,
never played RuneScape. I watched all my friends play it. All my friends play it. I looked at it and went, no, don't think I will.
I played it, yeah.
Yeah, well...
Stuffed up our family laptop with all the viruses from it, but yeah, I did it.
You sure it was RuneScape, Josh? Nothing else you've been looking at, mate?
No, definitely RuneScape, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't believe you.
Clicking on the ads or something that came next to it.
Yeah,
I did
bet you were.
like that.
Yeah. Oh, what does this take? What are all these X's? Where does that take me? Yeah.
Yes.
Whoopsie doopsies.
Now the computer's dead.
Yeah. Actually, early in the day, Josh, I asked, just put the questions or the feelers out in the Discord for a couple of questions. So let's wrap up the show just with some questions. Got one from Eggmod, Zach, and he says, May 8th, Nintendo has their next financial presentation. I'm sure Josh is just rubbing his hands together, just thinking
Josh is
about it.
trading
Like,
for. Get
oh.
ready for that. It's coming out soon, shortly after that one.
How does Nintendo manage the messaging when they have the conflicting interests of the investors who like higher profit margins on products versus consumers who are currently quite upset at the pricing? I welcome you to attempt this in classic Nintendo corporate vernacular. So, what do you think, Josh? How are they going to balance, sort of upset people, be like, it's too expensive, and also the investors being like, can you put up the prices? We want more cash.
Well, Drew, Nintendo is very mindful of the many stakeholders it has and trying to please everyone through its way it prices its games and accessories. You want to make sure these stakeholders are happy and satisfied, and we get the best possible outcomes for all involved. That's what they're going to do. It's very tricky, isn't it? Nintendo's definitely listening because they blocked all the Treehouse talk. They blocked all the upload for the second one when everyone's talking about dropping the price. I really think you got to wait and see how elastic or how well it does sell, not just in the launch window but the months to come, because they've got to protect their margin, obviously, because they've got their shareholders, and they've got to keep that going in the different forecasts that and commitments they've made to keeping it going with sales. But at the same time, if you think you're going to go too hard and absolutely erode consumers' confidence and sales from that, then you got an issue, don't you? So it's a pretty tight rope they've got to balance and sort of traverse through at the moment. Obviously, none of us really know, do we? And there's so many headwinds, like with the tariffs and obviously the inflationary kind of environment that's happened in the last few years since, obviously Switch 1 launched. So it'd be pretty tricky because, at least we haven't seen them. It'd be so interesting now for the US market if they, if tariffs do come in, whether, it's just the console and the games that get impacted now, or do they pass it on again through the accessories? Because they've done this weird kind of, we're trying to get sales through still the main thing. Like, keep that the same price. Try to make sure that people get their hands on it. And then when they do decide to keep upgrading and, adding to the experience with the accessories, that's when we can get them a bit more. So, haven't really seen them do that approach before, but we'll have to wait and see. Because, it's pretty tricky out there.
I don't see how that would work, though. Like, it sounds good just to keep, just put it onto the accessories instead of the main console. But,
No, that's not absorbing everything. No, if a tariff comes in, it's going to have to be more.
Yeah, but could you just imagine, you go out, you get your console, $500 with a copy of Mario Kart, nice. You got little Jimmy at home. Like, I'd love to play Mario Kart with little Jimmy. He just loves Luigi. I'd love to see him giddy at the TV. And so you're going to get a new pair of Joy-Cons. Like, oh well, the Joy-Cons $300. All the tariffs are put onto the accessories.
Or you can give us your left kidney. One of the two, just effectively.
Yeah, it's like then just no one's going to buy the accessories. Like if they go up by another $10 or $20, it's like, well, I'm not going to buy a Pro Controller. I'm not going to, they're going to get a second-hand old Pro Controller from Cash Converters or something instead. So,
it's been super interesting because we've seen PlayStation do some price hikes mid-gen now for the PS5. We just saw one in Australia the other day for the
second
consoles. Second one, yep. So, usually the price goes down, doesn't it? Or in Nintendo's case, it stays the same. But for PlayStation, or with the Switch one, it stayed the same. But with PlayStation, the prices keep going up, which, definitely weird and different to what we've seen before. So it's, at least you probably can see a Pro Controller next to a DualSense 5 and the price will still be cheaper for the Pro Controller. So at least, from that point of view, Nintendo's still looking to be the cheaper one there, thankfully, in a way they're thinking with Sony's price increases as well.
Yeah, they were close, but Sony's like, no, We're the premium console around here, don't you?
We're premium, and we can get away with it now, so we're going to increase it. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. No. We want to stay more expensive than you. Don't worry about that, Nintendo. You stay there for the kids. You're a nice, cheap $700 console for the kids. Yeah.
That's the world we live in. Yep, correct.
Yeah, that's right. I guess
that cheap is $700.
Like, there's so many kids getting around with like iPads and that. I'm like, those iPads are going to be at least $500. So I'm like,
oh yeah,
our parents, like, I know for me, like, I don't think I would be buying Lucas like a $700 Switch, like Switch 2. Like, here you go, champ. Like, it probably won't happen unless he's like real. Like, you'd have to do a thing like, you know, like a kid where it's like, oh, I want my birthday and my. But even then,
what if when he's 5 or 6? Would you get one from him then?
Maybe
there's a Switch 2 Lite, maybe.
Yeah, like a light would definitely help. I was thinking like for Christmas we got him like a water slide, and that was like $600. So I'm like, yeah, there are other things kids get that are like exorbitant in price, like all of these toys and that, like
for sure.
Like they're all expensive, and like a lot of kids got iPads, and obviously, you know, we got like the bouncy fucking water slide and all this. Like, it's not like kids don't get $700 presents and things.
No.
So like, right. if he's 8 and he's like, oh look, mum, dad, I really want this thing. He plays these games. But then there's the games on top of it too. That's another thing with Nintendo. It's like $120 games on top of that, dude. You know, it's
or now potentially.
It is hard to sort of justify to parents. Like, don't know. It's like even for me, like I'm a massive Nintendo fan, and like I'm happy to share it with my kids. But if I was like just into polishing rocks, that was my hobby. You know, I didn't have any Nintendo or gaming consoles, and they come to me and be like, oh look, I want this. Like it's $100 controller, a $700 console, a $120 game, a $60 a year subscription. But yeah, okay.
Yeah,
no worries. And this is the, you know, like I go to EB Games, I'm like, what can I get for my kids? And they're like, oh, Switch. It's like Switch 2. I'm like, this is the family option. This is the cheaper family option. Gotcha.
Yep. Thanks.
Then I'd probably be like, can I have a cheaper option than that? That's a bit much. I don't want to spend $1,000 on kids' entertainment on the TV because, you know, I'm trying to get them out. I'm trying to get them outside. Because that's, you know, that's a good thing to do with kids. Get them away from the TV.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah,
that's a good
absolutely.
thing to do.
You know, don't want to get square eyes. If I'll probably just buy the normal Switch. Like, it's Mario Kart. It's, you know, it's $40 less, and get a second-hand one for $350. I don't know. I think honestly, I think for families, I think the normal Switch is still a proposition. To be honest with you.
Just give him an old Switch and slowly drip feed him. Well, here's the newest Mario game. It's just Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah. Done.
Well, I probably will do that, like Switch Lite or something.
Yep.
Because I think that's pretty much a little perfect device for him when he wants to play it. Even like early in the year when I've got like those Ambinic devices, like the Game Boy Advance SP and the Game Boy Advance, like knockoff type of thing. I got 2 of them, and I gave him one, and I loaded like a bunch of games on it, and I put Sonic Advance on it, and I gave it to him, and like he didn't really know what to do. It was just like pressing the buttons and doing everything completely wrong. But he was like, he was loving it. He said, "Oh, can I play game?" I'm like, "Yeah, mate, you can play the game." He loved it because he's been watching the Sonic movie and the Mario movie and that. So he's like, it's like, yeah. I mean, even that, I could just spend $50 on one of them, chuck it to him.
Yeah.
Don't know, but it's different for me because like I'm a massive nerd. I love video games. I have it all. It's going to be a very like different environment for him to grow up in than what I did, for example, or maybe even like what you did. Because like your parents aren't like, your dad wasn't like, hey, look, Josh, this is my complete NES collection. What game would you like to play, little man?
No, it wasn't quite like that. No.
Yeah, that's right. But now it's ridiculous. Like, even just having a Netflix subscription, it's just, I couldn't imagine that back in the day. Like, just,
it's crazy, isn't it?
Just how quick it loads, everything there. It's, yeah, that's crazy. But I'm just thinking back to Zach's question. I think, honestly, I think for just like the the financial presentation, I feel like it won't really change much. I feel like it'll be down because of like the last 3 months haven't really been doing much, and they'll just be saying like we're looking towards June, the launch of Switch 2, and that's when like they're expecting big things. But I don't feel like there will be like a clash between the expectations of like upset consumers about pricing and upset investors about where their money's going. I think the investors are pretty clear that like this is a major milestone for where their money's going, and that they will see a return at least in the short term when it comes to like the Switch 2 success.
Massive buzz after the announcement of the thing, and I don't know what the share price has been like since, but yeah, there's definitely hype around it still.
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. Like, yeah, it's just like it's a Nintendo device, and it's a pretty promising Nintendo device. So it's just the pricing that's a little bit of a shame, and I think a lot of people are just in general scared, just how they're going to live day to day, let alone how they're going to buy like a really expensive Mario game that they've been looking forward to, but they might have been priced out of. I can see that frustration, that's for sure. But yeah, I think I just personally don't feel that, just because like we've still got 2 months. Like if you want it, just make some choices, make some sacrifices. Like if you really want it, but if you don't see the value in it, play. Just don't get it and play what you've already got, or buy something that's cheaper. Like if you go and buy like a PlayStation 4 now, go to EB Games or go to GameStop or whatever local retailer, just go and get a second-hand PS4 and like a stack of 10 games for super cheap. Like the value in that's insane if you just want like video games. But
oh yeah, there's always plenty of other huge options around.
Yeah, I don't think there's any big clash there, but appreciate the question, Zach. Next up, we've got Tamazoid. Do you think Nintendo's pivot into the theme parks and movies is a way to recreate a second pillar, since they've only had a single platform since 2018, the Switch, and now the Switch 2? Do you think this pivot will be successful in the long term? I think yes, but yeah, Josh, you've been to the theme parks and all that. You've firsthand. What do you think of their sort of, I guess, their pivot not away from video games, but just like diverging, splitting their, products up a bit?
Oh, it's 100% a second stream, and they've talked about it in their financial presentation slides before, numerous occasions, just how important that is for them now. I think we saw some efficiencies gained from the Switch in terms of didn't have a handheld dedicated and then a dedicated home console. Got the best of both worlds now on that, so that's bringing in some efficiencies. But 40 plus years of IP that you can leverage in other ways, with the movies and now the theme parks, absolutely huge, and that's bringing in not just people going to the theme parks and enjoying them. They return after the new Donkey Kong Country area wanting to play Donkey Kong, and so they'll buy that game. Or now they see Bonanza on Switch 2, and hell yeah, they're down to play that. So massively, increasingly huge for them, the stuff outside of the games, and it's more so Disney-ification of the company now, with the merchandise, with the other ways you can sort of interact with them, because they talk about it. It's that they want more ways for you to interact and create smiles with Nintendo, and so you're seeing that with the apps. That's what Doug Bowser said the other day. They exist to create smiles. So, we're seeing it with the apps, the music, Nintendo Music, the Alamo, just like the things you do every day. You are seeing Nintendo. You're interacting with Nintendo in some shape or form. And so, 100%. They want to keep you engaged and moving on. Similar thing to Pokemon, what they do with all their things as well. It's this big juggernaut of a thing that is only just going to keep getting bigger and better, because we're not just going to get the second Super Mario Bros. Movie next year. We're going to get the Zelda movie after that. They're going to do TV shows following that, more movies. Who's to say? But there'll be something, I'm sure. More areas in Universal Studios as well, potentially. So absolutely huge, and there must be a lot of money in it, surely.
I dare say there is.
There is.
Yeah, like
probably better margins too.
You brought up the interview with Doug Bowser, a couple of weeks ago, just after the Direct, and he he got asked like this exact question, and he answered it. Like Nintendo, they're an entertainment company. They're about creating smiles, as you said, and they're just looking for people to interact with their characters, to be familiar with them, whether it's in a phone app or whether it's a theme park or whether it's a box of cereal or whatever have you. It's just about having you interact with their characters, hopefully enjoying them and going to their games, buying their products, going to their movies. It's just like, it's all this synergy that just works together and gets you in the world of Nintendo and just keeps you buying. You're 30-year-olds like us, Josh, just like, give us that new Mario Kart game. And everyone else is like, haven't you played this series before? I'm like, yeah, but I can't get enough of it. I just love it so much.
Freaking love it so much, correct.
So, yeah. I understand where like the pillar sort of the term comes from. It was like very much of like the GameCube generation where they got the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, and the DS was going to be their third pillar, which turned out just to be just a replacement for the Game Boy Advance.
In case the DS failed, we'll go back to the GBA.
Yeah, but like the Switch at the moment, I don't really see it like as a tower. You see like that's their main product, and that's where like majority of their money come. Well, actually, I can't say that 100%. I don't know if majority of them. I assume majority of their money comes from Switch. At least at the moment, the theme parks and that might go absolutely nuts as they expand and go on. But I think it's just all sort of synergy that sort of just works together for Nintendo and
correct.
It's a little bit too much in some ways.
Keeps us engaged.
Because like my kids, they're gonna have if they like Nintendo, they can have way too much Nintendo. Whereas for me, I'm like, I've got my Game Boy in my pocket and I read magazines. That's the Nintendo I could get. But now it's like you go online, you can.
Oh, it's everywhere,
Christ. Man. You can listen to the House of Mario and hear two boys talk about it for 2 hours. Like, holy shit, how much of this shit do you need?
There's so much. If you look for it, it's there.
That's right. It's funny as I'm saying, I'm like contributing to like the amount of stuff out there. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm sorry, everyone. Sorry. And last up, we've got a quick one just from Luke. He says, I want to know if either of you saw the Minecraft movie, Chicken Jockey. Josh, have you seen or are you seeing the Minecraft movie?
Chicken Jockey. No, I have not seen a Minecraft movie. Been very fascinated to see all the fanfare and all the extra attention the film's got, and it's doing pretty well apparently in the box office now. I think it's kind of that Chicken Jockey and all the hype around the movie after the first weeks sort of helped it sort of keep doing well, and I think it's on track to be the best video game movie now, like grossing of all time. So
yeah, it probably will.
I had played Minecraft before. I'm not huge into it. Like my younger brother Tom was absolutely huge into it, so he probably knew what Chicken Jockey was straight away. I did not. I had to look it up and work out what that meant.
I still don't. What does Chicken Jockey mean?
It just happens in the game when you land on a chicken, and it's called Chicken Jockey. But it doesn't happen a lot, but it's rare. And so when it does happen, it's oh my god, that kind of thing.
Oh, like you just spawn in and you just land on a chicken because it's there.
Oh, I think, or the zombie lands, or monsters land on it, that kind of thing. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I've seen like a YouTube short of somebody in the cinema must have been recording it or something, but yeah, like a zombie or something like lands on a chicken and everyone's going nuts, like they're in a wrestling ring or something.
Yes, so that's the actual scene in the movie. Yes, so the zombie lands on the chicken. And so, what people bring in live chickens into the theaters, like I'm pretty torn because I think it's great for cinema because you need that hype and that builds people to go to the cinema and watch it. But obviously, at the same time, like the poor cinema owners have to, there's amount of shit they'd have to do after those sessions.
Oh, it'd be insane.
Like they have to attend with their parents or something, or they have to, I don't know, extra measures. But then the people won't come after that. So it's a catch-22 because they're making money. You hope until the exorbitant cleaning bills come in. But yeah. I don't go to the movies a lot, Drew. Do you go? I don't go a lot these days.
Well, I don't go just for the fact that I find it hard to get out the house, without kids. So no, but Chantel and I, we went and watched a movie. She wanted to watch a movie called The Monkey, and so we watched that. I had no idea what it was about until we watched it.
Any good?
Yeah, it was quite good. It was like Chantel's said it was a horror movie, but not a horror movie. It wasn't. It was just real gruesome and actually kind of funny. So yeah, we watched that. And the one I watched before that, just by myself, was the Sonic 3, which I actually really enjoyed as well.
Yes, that's probably the last film I have seen. Yeah.
But before that, it was the Mario movie, before Sonic 3. Yeah. So
wow, ages ago now.
Yeah. Like I said, I just find it hard to get out the house by myself to go and watch it.
Yes, you are at that stage. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I'm going to be going a lot more. Like when Lucas, when he's especially when he's 4, I'm really really excited next year for the Mario movie. Taking Lucas to that. Like he'll be 4.
Ouija time. He's gonna love that.
Yeah, so I can't wait to take him. Hey man, I'm going to take you to the Mario movie, and it's going to be so good. I cannot wait. When they announced that date, I'm like, I'm gonna have a 4-year-old then, 4-year-old little boy who loves Mario, he loves the first one. So yeah, I'm genuinely so excited for that. I want to see the movie anyway, but just obviously taking my little boy to it's gonna be amazing, and it's
it'll be really good.
I think there's a new Cars movie. He loves those. He loves the Cars movies. Shrek 5, I think, is at the end of 2026, and he likes Shrek. So I'm like, I kind of like. I want to watch these movies anyway. Obviously, I've got a lot of nostalgia for stuff like Shrek. So I'm like, I'll take my kids to Shrek when Layla's the right age too. Yeah. So I will be going to the movies more. A lot of kids' movies, but I'm really looking forward to it. If movies don't cost like $500 to take the family by then, because that's the other thing. They're quite expensive. By the time you get some food and that, because I always got to get a popcorn, Josh. I don't just get a popcorn.
You splurge out, not just the movie. Do you bring your own snacks?
Well, sort of can't. I also kind of like, I'm not in this, obviously I'm not in the city like you. So my EB Games, my cinema, I like to support them when I go. I don't want my cinema going, otherwise I don't have a cinema.
Fair.
I lose my EB Games, I don't have an EB Games. So I like to put my money where my mouth is a bit.
You do the right thing. Put
my money where my mouth is, and then with that money that I spent, put some food in that mouth. I always got to get a large Coke, a jumbo popcorn, and a little packet of Maltesers, and I do the rotation. Do the salty, the sweet, and the Coke, just on a rotation. And I'm like halfway through that jumbo popcorn once the ads are finished. Pretty hardcore, Josh, when it comes to that popcorn. I'm pretty fucking good. I'm not bad.
That's a pretty good combo there.
I'm not good at that many things, Josh, but if you sit in the cinema with me and you watch me just consume a box of popcorn, you're like, this man
you'll do it.
Got talent. I took Chantel out for a date. We went out to a steakhouse, and I got a kilo steak. We got sides of chips and stuff. It was roast potato. Then we got a chocolate pudding. Then I took it to the cinema. I got a jumbo popcorn. And the stuff I just said then from the cinema, and I ate it all. And I look back on that, I'm like, how the hell did I do that? I was early 20s then. You can imagine what my guts is, just full of popcorn, full of steak, pudding, probably a beer, I don't know. Very proud of that night, Josh. I was, I look back on it.
Hey, if there's food in front of me, I eat it, even when I'm more than full. It's a bad habit.
That's it's a survival mechanism, Josh. If you don't eat it then, you don't know when your next meal's going to be.
Yeah. For me, it's 4 hours later, so I should know.
That's your inner caveman coming out. You're like, oh shit, sure. I've got to eat this part of the mammoth now. Otherwise, it'll go rotten. I don't know when the next one's going to come walking by.
Yeah, I might never ever eat again.
That's all right. You might have to eat your wife or something, you know? You'll be trapped in a cave in the wintertime. Like, look, it is what it is. They'll understand. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure.
Don't know what I'm talking about. It's that time of the night, Josh. I think it's time to go.
We're out of here.
Yeah. What do you think? Anything else you'd like to talk about before we head off?
No, I'm all good. We've had a good rounded episode tonight.
You've had enough. You're like, oh, don't know what you're on about.
I can't think of anything. I honestly
something.
can't think. We've literally talked about a lot of stuff tonight.
We have. We had a great conversation. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And
It's been very good. Always
yeah.
a good time.
Everybody out there, thank you very much for listening to the House of Mario episode 310. Hope you enjoyed it as much as me. Otherwise, at least I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Well, at least one of us did. If you got to this point... Too. Sorry, Josh, you go, mate.
No, I'm just saying I enjoyed it as well. Come on.
Oh, well, thank God for that. It wasn't just a... Thank God for that. I don't feel so awkward now. That's good.
Yeah, good.
Those out there who are still listening to this point, I would really appreciate, just let me know that you got to this point. Go on to youtube.com/Odruby, go to this episode, go into the comments, and leave the hashtag Mario Kart Direct was okay. There you go. Just a simple little, doesn't even have to be a hashtag. Just say the Mario Kart Direct was okay. Yeah. Don't have to do the hashtags. Okay. We're not on Twitter or social media. Just do it in the comments there. So yeah, appreciate that. Josh, of course, we're going to do a shout out for your Nintendvania Nintendo podcast. Every fortnight, you get a new guest on. What's going on in the most recent episode?
Yes. So in the planning stage for this weekend to record, if all goes to plan, it will be a Xenoblade Chronicles X focused episode. Because I've played a little bit more. I want to play a fair chunk more before the weekend. Have a guest on, and we'll talk about that, and then obviously the Mario Kart Direct as well.
Bloody beautiful.
Amongst other things.
Yeah. No little teasers for who your guest is?
They haven't committed. They got to check some things first, so I won't say.
Yeah. All right.
But we'll see.
You tell them to bloody hurry up, check your schedule, get back to me pronto. This isn't a thing you just willy-nilly come on to. This is Nintendvania we're talking about, all right? You're either on or you're off, big fella, all right?
No, if I can get them, I'm very, very appreciative. Don't worry about that. So
yeah,
I'll have to chase up in a couple of days, though, because then, if they say no, then I've got to find someone else.
Just send a gif of you just tapping your watch. Just be passive-aggressive about it.
Don't know if I'm quite at that stage with them yet.
Not Joe Rogan yet. Does Joe Rogan send those gifs? I don't know. To his guests?
No, people come to him.
Yeah, no, people don't.
People come to him on his being on his show.
Yeah, it's like, I've got this book I want to sell. Can I come and talk to you for 3 hours?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we've made it, Drew, when people come to our show wanting to be on.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
So asked to be on.
Has anybody asked to be on Nintendvania? It doesn't happen here, Josh. I know that.
It actually has, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Actually has.
I appreciate that's good.
Yeah.
Can I come on your show, Josh?
Yeah, of course. You've been like at least 6 episodes you've been on.
Jesus. I'm a fucking hog, aren't I?
No, I like it that way.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. All right. Everybody, we're just rambling here. The doors are closed. Catch you later.